Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Empyrion Galactic Survival. I'm the Radio Man 03. It is awesome to have you along. I just put in, no, fuel. We need to go to the fuel box, boom, like so. I just put in a couple of water generators in the farm area. It's kind of weird. I picked up the two that I had outside the front door that we remade and put out there. And when I went out to get them, I zapped them, and they did not come back into my inventory. They disappeared. So I thought that was kind of weird. Now I put it down here on the floor. Excuse me. I put it here on the floor. That way we can, you know. Open. Helmet on. This way we get down in here. I need to have an empty hand no, I need something in my hand to sink. There we go. And we come over here, and I could do that. And I could do that. And we could produce water. So I've got it in the base, underground, basically under the farm area, where we're going to be using a lot of water. And then, of course, I can use it to make the oxygen bottles, too. So, boom. A little something in the floor right there to make life a little easier for us right there. Let's head back out. I want to work on our SV that's going to be used for battling and going on the big missions, the big travel missions that we're going to have to do. And I want to be able to do something I've never done before, and that is do the short-range warps. I've never been able to do that before. I've never done it before, so I want to be able to do that in this season for sure. I want to be able to get off this planet and go see other planets. So that's what we're going to start doing. Now, I've got some heavy steel blocks. Is that what they're called? Let's go to our inventory. Hardened steel block S. So these guys give better protection than, say, these guys. Where are the other ones at? I had a bunch of other ones. What'd I do with them? It's just weird. It's just weird. Things are weird. Things are going weird on me today. What did I do with them? I just had them. I had like 80 or something like that, I thought. Am I just not seeing them over here? I put them accidentally back into a storage locker. I have found them. We're good to go. But yeah, I want to build a quality SV that is going to be one that we take out on big trips. Oh, jeez. Okay. Boy, we're off to a great start today. Just a marvelous start. Let's try this again. Give me the big boy blocks. There we go. Boom, boom. Like so. Okay, and then we're going to take this guy right here. Is this going to be up high enough for me right now, like this, or do I want to get this up a little bit higher? I guess I could place it on the ground and build blocks up from it and then build, but I'd rather have this just up at the height I want to have it up at. You know what? Let me think about this. I think if I'm here, that is going to give me enough space. Let's do that right there. Yeah, I think that's going to give me enough space. Alright, so the first thing I want to do is I want to build what is going to be... I want to be able to walk into this ship. I don't want to just hit P and look at everything from the menu. I want to be able to walk into that ship. There's something else I want over here for sure. We have... You know, now that I think of it, will this door fit? No, that's for a CV and a base. So we need another door. I need to turn the power back on over here. There we go. We need a CV door. Do they have the armored ones? Manual door blocks. It's probably in that set, isn't it? Ramp blocks, shutter doors. Let's make one and see what we get out of this thing here. I'm pretty sure that this door is going to work just fine for us. There we go. Beautiful. Number 6. Manual door slim. Airtight true, false, and false. Okay, so this is... I did make a door for an SV. Oh, phone's ringing. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. First thing I want to start out with is this guy right here. This is our guy for this is the fusion generator, is that right? Wow, he's a lot bigger than I thought he was. I can't quite get down far enough to get him up underneath here. So let's go ahead and knock out some of these floor blocks. I think I might be able to get him up here now. There he is. There he is. Oh boy, look at the size of that guy. That's pretty cool. Looks like he's got some skids on this side of him, though, doesn't he? Or is he the same? He's the same on both sides. So let's put him right there. Right there. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, that's sweet. All right, let's grab those blocks back. Boom, just like that. I want this to be under the floor from us. I don't want it to be above. I want it to be underneath. So we've got our fuel cell for him right there. Where's my Jenny for the other fuel for the ship? Right here. Okay, which direction is this going now? What does it look like? I want to take my time on this one and really work it out, because I haven't spent much time doing this, so I really want to spend. Oh geez, come on now. Make sure I'm doing it right and make it look good. Okay, so we've got that guy there, and then fuel tanks for him can go. Yeah, let's do that right there. And we'll do another one right there. Okay, so 2 fuel tanks. I've got a question for you. Does it matter how many of these generators I put on here? Does it produce more power, make the ship go any faster, any slower? It seems to me that one generator provides the power for the whole ship. Or am I wrong about that? Let me know. I'm really kind of curious about that one right there. Okay, so this is gonna be the floor of the ship right here. This is the floor of the SV up here. I'm trying to get up here so I can actually take a look down at it. F5. Here we go. Yeah. Everything should stay put. The core can stay right where it is, as far as I'm concerned. Now this is all in. This is the interior, so I'm not too concerned. But let's go to our inventory. Shutter doors, number 6, and I want to. Let's do a block here. Not the heavy duty blocks though. Let's do the lighter ones. This is interior. So I feel like we're okay with this being in the interior. I do want access, though, to those tanks. I've got that thing where I can't see the block now. There it is. It's right there. F5. Well, I wanted to. If I place it, what does it do? You cannot place this block on small SV. Oh, do I have the wrong one? I do. That's for the base. Okay, that explains why I can't see it. Okay, so I need a different one. Let's go make the correct door for that. It's fine. We're going to be using those doors anyways for other things. We still want to build a space station. I mean, that's just cool, right? SVHV, okay. I want to try to make it so that it's like a fully functional type thing where we can access stuff that we need to get access to. Let me throw that right in there. There we go. Beautiful. Conserving power, ladies and gentlemen. We are conserving power. Yeah, so this is kind of the start of it, and I'm going to continue to go down the back here with other items that are going to attach to this. I just wanted to see where I could put this guy right here. I'm hoping he can sit up a little bit higher than that. Let's go That's going to spin him around. And we want to do 3x4, 3x3, a 2x2. No, I just want a narrow one. Like that. And then I'm going to need a second one also. Yes. That means I could move that fuel tank up. I can move all these fuel tanks up a little bit. I think I can get the, let's see if we can get this guy to go up underneath that right there. It would really be great if I could get it to sit flush up there so we have access to it. No, he's taking up that block right there. Okay, so the other option is what we do is we take one of these, we turn it into one of these here, and we put this guy right here. Like that. Then we zap this off of here like so. And then we come back with that and we put it on there. And then we should be able to move things up a little bit. There it is right there. Like that. Now we should be able to take this fuel tank number 4 and put it right there. That way what we're going to be able to do is open a double door and have access to just the fuel tanks as if you know, we needed to. Because we really don't, but it'd be nice if we could. So let's do that right there. Let's reset these guys. It's going to take me a little while to do this. I'll back in and out of here. I'm not going to keep you guys with me the whole time while I'm fumbling about. I don't want to do that, but I do want to have you guys with me for parts of this here. So we're going to go like that right there, and then we're going to put the fuel cells here and here, like that. Yes. Okay. I'm going to take a little break. I'm going to move forward with a little bit. That looks really, I love this guy here. This short-range warp drive looks really amazing. And we're going to use the heavier steel underneath to protect the body of that, because that is truly key to the success of our lives. is this guy here. Matter of fact, I think what I'm going to do here is like this and like that right there. Because this guy's going to get extra protection, as are the fuel tanks. Oops, no. No, I don't want you to go that way. I want you to come down this way. There you go. That's it. Like that, okay? So picture this as just being, this is the inner guts of the ship that we're putting together right now. The inside of the ship. All right, let me take a little break. I'll come back. We've got that taken care of. I feel pretty good about that. It's being protected. And yeah, I'll be right back. Welcome back. A little bit of time has gone by. I'm a little bit further along. Not too far along, but I have this all situated now underneath the floor. So if we're back here, because we're going to have stuff on the side walls here too, we've access to 6 cargo boxes here, so we could be out for a little bit. A couple of ammo boxes, so we can load that up. This is going to have 4 rockets on it and at least 4 turrets, as far as I can see right now. I've got access to the oxygen tanks in here. Access to the warp tank right here as well. I do not have access, though, to the other fuel tanks, so that is going to be kind of an issue. Let's see. I want that out of here, and I want that out of here. Yeah, those have got to come out of there. What I can do, though, is I can come back with one of these guys right here, and I can do... Let's do this guy right here. Put him right there, and him right there. And that should take care of it. And I can access both of these fuel tanks like so. You know, I've got room. You know what I could do? Let's try something else out too. I'm trying to make it compact, but it's going to be larger than what I've normally built. One of you last episode said, just think about how you built the base. Build it like that. So I'm thinking much bigger is what I'm doing. I'm thinking bigger. Let's grab those cargo boxes back. I wonder if I could get these guys to go here and here, and then I won't fall down in there, and I can still access those fuel tanks. I just don't like the way these guys are sitting. Let's try those again. Where'd they go? There they are, right there. There we go, like that. Like that. And when it's on, they should glow white on the lines right there. And then I can still access those fuel tanks. So we've got four large cargo boxes, 2 small cargo boxes in here, and then a double 3x3 door across the top of it. So this is our floor now in this back cabin area. Okay. Next thing I need to do, I took the floor out because I did not get this up as high as I would like to it have been. I would have loved it to have been much higher than this. Now what I want to do is, let's bring this over like so, like that. I'm not using the symmetry plane still. I know. If I bring this up, I'm not really going to have anything to attach to very well there. I'm thinking about doing something like that right there. And that right there. This way I can bring up the walls of the ship a little bit here too. Is this enough room for me? That gives me 2 spaces of blocks here on each side of this to place stuff. I wanted at least a block along this this doorway just as open space, and then I want to put the next few things that we have over here. So if I go back to tab, I've got an armor locker, and do I need a ventilator? That's a good question. That, an O2 machine. I've got our constructor, mobile constructor here. The door, I need to check the door. Matter of fact, I need to check the door first. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so it's going to fit just like that right there. Oh, awesome. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. Wasn't sure quite how that sat or how big it was. So I want an armor locker. Armor locker there. The fridge is tiny. It sits really low. I could do another cargo box underneath there is what I could do. The constructor is quite a bit taller than that is. Okay, so let's do the constructor here laying on its side. It's got a readout right there. And then we'll add the oxygen machine right next to it. We could put the fridge actually on top of that, like that. And God, I could put a cargo box right up there too, couldn't I? Let's grab this back and let's put this over here. This side is for work and food. Let's put this over here. Yeah, we're starting right about here. We put that there, and I don't really have any more things to build with. I could use some more, possibly some more cargo boxes or something like that over here. Isn't there like a med bay too for this kind of a thing? I thought there was like a med bay, clone chamber, all that stuff for SVs. I want to take a look and see real quick. By the way, thank you. I don't know if I mentioned it already, but thank you for letting me know that the clone chamber in our main quarters there, the living quarters, I have taken that off of our switch, our sensor, so it does not turn off when we leave the room. It's always on, because yeah, if I did die, how am I supposed to get back to it? That is a very, very good point. I want to make a couple more of those. I could have sworn there was like a med bay or something for this here. Maybe not. They've got radar dishes for SVs. Because there's a miniature, there's a little med bay for this guy right here. For the HVs, there's a med bay and there's a clone chamber for it too. But they don't have the same thing for the SV, it looks like. So the SV, you just better not die out there. Well, what's this here? Passenger seat, okay. Yeah, no, we don't need any of that stuff. But you know what we should do is we should look at that stuff. Do I have everything I need for SV opened? Small vessel. I might as well open this stuff just to have it. That's everything for the SV now. Okay, that's everything there. Alright, okay. That answers that. So we can't have a small med bay on here. So what I can do, though, is I can go like this. Oh. There it goes. I could put that back there. I could lay it down, too. You can't stack them on top of each other, though? Looks like that's what I'm seeing here. Okay, so you can't stack them. Okay, no problem. No problem. You know what I think I'd rather do is these guys right here. These guys look really cool, and you can stack these on top of each other. I might be doing the other thing wrong. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I'm okay with this right here. And this guy right here. Like so. Okay, and they'll light up nicely, too, next to the armor bench. Okay. What else do I need on here? I have a constructor, a fridge, O2 machine. I have 2 storage containers inside along with an armor bench. I've got access to our fuel and more storage down below here and ammo boxes here. I love how that just kind of slides me back up off the ground again. I feel like that's pretty good there. There is no small bed for the SV. You can't like put a bed in here to, you know, sleep in. I feel like I've got a lot of room in here now. I almost feel like I could bring all of this in by one. I'm going to do that. I'm going to bring all this in by one. Maybe I don't need a space right here. I'll just set this stuff right on top of it, and then it'll be nice and tight, and this will be the main gangway right through here, and then up into where the cockpit's going to be up here. Yeah, let me do that. I'll be right back. Working on the bottom now. I've taken some of the blocks back off because they just weren't necessary, as far as I could tell. I've got the ramp installed on the back as well. And let's go right here, and we want to bring this down to a point like that right there. I want to try to not get lower than this ramp is right here. I want this ramp to be pretty much, hopefully, close to the ground when we get here, when we land. So I can open that ramp. And then that's, of course, I put the door on too. I didn't use the single wide one. Kind of wish I had, but I'm okay with this, having this like this. So we're still good to go. I've got I've got 6 actually storage boxes up here and 6 under here. It seems kind of excessive to me, but then again, when we go out, you know, your inventory gets filled up with stuff and medicines and things like that, so it's probably good to have a lot of extra space. We have an armory, so we can actually get some different kind of packs that we have in there. Like, matter of fact, we could throw that one in there right now, just for that. And then the constructor's still over here. We've got the fridge and the O2 station here, and I think that's going to work. And then I built up the side walls on both sides here, so I know for a fact that I've got to be at least this high, possibly one higher right now, because I've got to cover up these doors. I don't like the way the doors come through the side of the ship. So you can go away like that, and then if I put another one right over here, it should. Does that hide the door? It doesn't hide the door yet. Wow, we still have some doors showing there. That's one higher than that. So I think what I could do here is come up with this right here. Like that. Does that cover it up? Ah, there's still a point of it showing. You see it? It's still a little point of that door showing right there. That's kind of a bummer. So I think really what I'm going to have to do is come down an extra block right there, like so, and then I can start my curve over the top of what is the quarters of the base here, the living quarters of the base. Yeah, that's what I have to do there. Okay, all right. I want this to taper down the sides here. So I'm gonna have to I have to have a block right there. Boom. I've been getting some radiation from that from the warp drive up here. If I stand too close to this for too long, start getting some radiation. But if I put a block above it, I'm good to go. I don't seem to get that anymore, so I'm pleased with that. So I'm gonna put that right there, and then we're gonna go ahead and seal that off right there, and we're going to drop back to the hardened steel. Since we're getting towards the underneath area there, I want that all protected, and we're going to do that there and that there. So they got to get through that before they can get to the lighter armored blocks, and then eventually hopefully we can take and really kind of upgrade this some more. So what's behind here? Right there. Okay, so like that. I'm trying to get this to taper down so it's not quite so bulky. Like so. What about, what's right here? That is going to be... Yeah, that's going to be... We're going to have to go with that for now. Until I figure out what I'm going to do. It's much bigger than I was planning. Well, it's not bigger than I was planning. I was planning on going a little bit bigger with this SV because I do want to take it out for some runs through space. I want to spend more time out there. One of you were saying that you found a ship graveyard out there, which sounds amazingly fun to go and explore and take a look at. So we do that there, and that kind of takes care of that. If I take this out of here... like so. If I look at each block has a different hit point. That's 200. 200. But then when you get down to here, you start losing some of that hit point. So it's a bit of a concern for me. This is still 200 though here. This still has a really good hit point. You know what? Let's try that right there. Just trying to fool around with some ideas for design so it's not just this, you know, flat thing. Right there. Give it a little bit of a curve on the side like that. That might be beneficial just for some looks. That is totally wrong. There we go. How about that instead? Okay, so we've still got the same amount of hit points there, and it slims it down a little bit too. You know what I should do? I should leave... Okay, the door is open. The door is open. Okay, I was going to say we should leave the door open so then we can see what is and isn't sticking out of that. That's where I'm going to run into my problem right there. No, not that one. What does that look like from this angle? It's squared off down there, but it's rounded in the back. I don't know why I'm doing this right now, because we may not even be as far back as we're going to go with this thing here. like that, and then we take that one out of there, and we would use, no, I want to use, no, I want to go back in here and do this guy right here. Do something like that right there, and then I could actually change these out for the rounded ones, and we could have kind of a rounded off area that might not look too bad. Something like that right there. Just trying some different things out with you guys today. Hope you don't mind. That gives us kind of a cool shape right there. I like that a lot better than just, you know, the typical angled all the way down. I do. I like that better. I'm running out of these hardened steel blocks, though, so that means I'm going to have to go harvesting on the MS Titan again to get it, because I think I mentioned I don't want to use the Sathium for that. I want to hold on to the Sathium for whatever else we may need it for. Here. There we go, like that right there, and then this one right here. Yeah, I think this is better. Okay, and you go right here. And then you guys come right over here. Like so. Now what do we do about this block right there? And this block right there. We would have to change that. We have to change that one out to this, because we're going to be, it's going to be looking, it looks to me like it's going to be a little exposed. So we want to use the heavier armor blocks right there, just in case a shot gets through that little corner right there. And like that right there. Oh, that's going to, oh, this is not in the right spot. Oh, I've come back further with this. This is why that symmetry thing is so good to have on, isn't it? So that goes right there. Yeah. Okay, okay, sweet. Okay, awesome. That's cool. That works for me. Do that, and then we do... Nope, we do this guy right here. Yeah, And then we have this guy here. Like so. No. And then we come back with this one again where we had it before, and it'll be just fine right here. Like that right there. Yeah, give me a second. I'll be back. We're making a little bit of progress here with the kind of the tail end of it. I'll be right back. I found a problem before we got too far along. Thank God. So I can't get out the door with this door here. I even tried turning it around to see if maybe that would make a difference, but it does not make a difference. So that door is got to go back one here. Yeah, definitely has to go back by one. The door can be here, but it can't be where it was. Let's get that door back. We'll see if this is going to work this way too. Yeah, that's the one we want. Like that right there. And then we need this guy right here again to put down here. Like so. And now... Okay, now I can get out. Now I can get out of there. That's good. That's good. So the ramp can go back here. It's the... No. 3 by 5 by 3. Like so. Okay, good. Okay, I can get in and out of there now without getting my head stuck on that. That was something to really think about there. Okay, alright. Ship comes back by 1. That's okay. That's alright. Matter of fact, I think I'm a little premature on working on the back end anymore anyways. I feel like I should leave this alone. That's going to work out just great though like that. If I could get in there with this ramp down, that is going to be just perfect. Come up, we go in. We've got a little bit of a bump right there, but that's okay. That's part of the ship, you know. We come in, and then the cockpit. Let's take a look at our cockpit choices here again. I think what I want to do is I want to go with the open cockpit seat, and then what I want to do is I want to build a cockpit around it. I don't want to use one of the manufactured ones, the already chosen ones. This has 700 hit points on its own. Granted, if I'm in space and the window breaks out, I'm in big trouble anyways. But I would like that to be the cockpit itself right there. That looks pretty cool. Now we could put it right here, and I can access it from back here. We're going to set that down. And then I could access it from right here. Oh, jeez. Why did you get in it? It's okay. We can keep working on it. When I get we can boost it up in the air. We'll be fine. So I could do that. That's the wrong cockpit though. Anyways, let's take a look at the seat. How big is the seat? Oh, that's not bad at all, really. Yeah, that's not bad. Where did I get the radiation from? That's what I'm looking for here. Okay, so that's what the seat looks like. That is pretty darn cool looking. I like that idea, but I don't want it sitting down here. I don't want it down here. Boy, I wish I had not jumped in that cockpit. But again, we can get it back up in the air. No big deal. Okay, so I've got to fix all that back up there. Over here, I need to start making a transition to where the cockpit's going to be. And before I start that, I want to figure out just how far up I want that to be. I'd kind of like to have... Oh, it's reading... I'm getting that radiation from the in between the crevice here. I think is what I'm getting that from. One more forward than that. Oh, look at this. Oh, this is taking up that entire block, isn't it? I see. Okay. All right. Gotcha. So if I do that there, and that there. should be able to come back with this and this. The core is fine right where it is. What I want to do is I want to have enough space so when I get out of the cockpit, I don't get flung out of the ship. I want to be inside the ship still. These are going to have to go bye-bye. I knew I was a little premature putting these blocks in. I knew I was. Let's come all the way front with it. Like so. And these blocks can all be changed out to some kind of design. We just need to get the box shell kind of figured out first. Is the cockpit high enough for me, though? Is that going to be high enough for me? That's going to put me sitting right about here. I think that's good. Yeah, I do think that's good. And then I need space to be able to get out of the cockpit. We'll do this here and that there. So let's grab the cockpit again. Let's try this out and see. Why? I'm not under... I don't quite get that. If I make these the heavier dutier ones, will that change things? I don't know why I'm even getting radiation right here. Whoa. Oh wow, so this block is better. This block stops that from happening. Is that what I'm seeing here? Let's see. No. What about the blocks underneath here? That is really throwing me for a loop here. I know I've got these different this time. It's like these blocks have got, they're just a little more protection. Okay. Nope, there it is again. Okay, all right. Let's try something else. I'm gonna keep you guys with me here because this is, I would guess I would consider this pretty important to know. Cockpit back again. Seat. Because if I'm a certain distance away from it, it shouldn't do that to me anymore. Okay, that looks like that's the secret little number right there, huh? Secret little number. I don't know. Where does he come up with them? I don't. Okay, so that looks like that's going to work there. All right, so then our cockpit is up there. We've got a lot of extra blocks on here. We'll probably be swapping out. It looks really bulky right now. I realize that, and it will change out. Well, I got a little bit further from it, a little further on it, but I'm out of the hardened steel blocks, so I want to get them. I want to get more of those. The rear section's a little longer. I do want the cockpit above this area here, so that might not even be as high as it goes. I doubt we're going to be able to park this guy in that upper area, but I'm still fooling around with the blocks and just trying to get a feel for what I like and don't like. And it's taken me a little while to do it, but I'm okay with that because it's really fun to kind of tinker with this puzzle and figure out what works and what doesn't work and just how big things have to be. Right now, it's getting pretty darn huge, but it could be a lot of fun to play with. So I've been just messing around with blocks like here, down here. I wish I had not gotten in the cockpit, but like I said, I'll figure something out. We'll get it up off the ground, and you know, I may have to run fuel in it until I get it completely done, but. Nevertheless, it started. We've got something going in SV started, but I'm out of the metal plates, so I need to go get more of those. It's the... let's run over here real fast. It is the... let's see, this part right here. It's these hardened steel plates. We can get those if I go over to the MS Titan and just work on harvesting on the MS Titan. I should be able to get a bunch of those off of there. I believe... that's where I've gotten most of the ones I have so far and the other wrecks that we've gone to so far. So I'm pretty sure that is the case. Let's go on in here. So I'm going to go out there and do a little work on doing some grind and get some parts. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I won't have that ship done today, but I want to get going on it and see how much of it I can get done today. So I'll be right back. This is well worth a trip. If you look, I'm getting lots of steel plates, and every now and again when you hear the double click, like some blocks take one zap to hit, like say that one right down there, but this guy, it's two. That's those hardened steel plates every time. I'd be a fool not to come out here and do this instead of wasting my Sathium for this. This is a great way to do it. Just started working my way from the top to the bottom, and I'm using the structural integrity to hope to lose as little as possible. I've lost a few blocks, but not a whole lot. This has actually worked out pretty great. And in here, I'm working on the inside edge first. Anything that's dangling off the edge that would go down into the ship itself. Yeah, it's just, it's fantastic. There's block on. But yeah, do it. If you're not doing this, you probably should. This is really a great way to do this, especially early on in the game like we are. I mean, I think I've leveled as far as I can go right now, but I can't. I'm not able to get to the other planets right now to go get these kind of materials. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. I'm just going to finish up this top layer right here, and then I'm going to go back to the base and figure out what I'm going to do next. So I'll be right back. There's a larger piece of ship down here. There's an elevator actually right here and one across from it. So there's a bunch of ship underneath here that needs to be dealt with as well. So there's a ton of stuff. Let's take a look at my inventory real fast and see just what I've picked up in here. It should be pretty impressive. Yeah, look at this. All these steel plates. These guys, they need one for each of those blocks we're making, and then I've got a bunch of hardened steel blocks for the CV later on down the road. Yeah, this is good. Very good. Okay, so that was well worth a trip out, for sure. Wow, I did not realize I had the ship running the whole time. I've only been out here for a day down here, so it's no big deal. Let's go B. And then we need to head to the north. All right, I'll meet you back home. Welcome back. Made it back safe and sound. There was a drone outside shooting at the windows of the front entryway trying to get to the core block, so that was kind of interesting. So I think we do need to get those other turrets set up and ready to go so we don't have problems with that anymore. In terms of hardened steel plates, over 2,000 of them. So I'm going to make up like 500 of the hardened steel plates. We're going to have those going for us, which is fantastico. Fantastico. I love it. And then we've got a bunch of other stuff going on that we picked up out there as well. Yeah, so we're going to have plenty of blocks to continue on with the SV build. I don't know that I'm happy with where I'm at with it just yet. Number one, I don't like the fact that I got in the cockpit, but to be honest with you, I don't know what this cockpit's like until I do get in it. So, you know, trial and error here, and I feel like I need to do a little something different with this. I like this part back here. I don't like the fact that we've stretched out so far this way. So I feel like I need to compact things even more here. I feel like the O2 station and a few other things that we've got underneath here, even including the cargo boxes and the ammo boxes, could probably go up in an area like this and not be shoved up underneath here. So I think what I want to do is I'm probably going to tear this completely down, start over, bring you guys back in, and I'm having an absolute blast trying to figure out how these pieces of this puzzle go together, because it is really cool, and I'm really enjoying tinkering with it and trying to figure out how I want something to look. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is probably tear this down. I know. I've been working on it for about 3 hours, including going out and doing the scavenging of the ship and stuff like that. But it's you know, I've learned a lot in just that little bit of time on how these things go together, how they're going to look, and that sort of stuff. So I feel like in the end, it was really worth it. I know how this goes together now, so I'm going to go ahead and piece it back together again. And by the time next episode rolls around, what we're going to do is we're going to have the ship pretty much back together somewhat, and then we'll proceed forward, and I'll show you what I've done differently to it. But you guys got the idea of this one here. I like the curved sides. I do like this idea right here with this curve, and I feel like the engines and stuff can come off the side of this. We could take a couple of these out, say build an arm off the side of the ship, and then we can have our rockets and stuff like that on there. So it's not that it was a waste of time. I don't think it was a waste of time at all. It really taught me a lot about how shipbuilding goes, because again, this is all brand new to me. I've never ever really done this before. They've always been kind of these little small ships that I put together, and that's about it. And then, you know, sometimes I get frustrated, I don't go anymore, but not this time. I'm really committed to figuring this out and getting us warp jumping to some other location. There goes a piece of the floor. Ah! There's another piece of the floor. But I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Again, hopefully we all learned something, right? Now I know what it is about the doors and the ramp going up to the door, and a few other things that I didn't know before. The cockpit, how that looks with just the seats. So I think it's it was well worth it. Definitely well worth it. So I'm going to tinker with this some more, and then I'll bring you back for the next episode, and we'll take a look at where we're at, and we'll move forward. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, do hit that like button for me, comment, subscribe, and share. I'm the Radio Man 03. I want you to have an awesome, a fantastic, and a superb day, and I look forward to talking to you again next time.